to be the most impressive physique in dungeon wrestling.
By far. Look, I know there's other promotions out there. I would put him up against a lot of other guys in it, and he may win. This gentleman is not shy of the weights.
Well, you know what? Again, we talked about it. Tell from his face as well, Mitch, he's not carrying, and nor should he, the burden from the loss to Chris Adonis, the Stu Hart champion. He's coming in with a good attitude, and you can see he is ready to take on any challenger tonight. It just happens to be Cutthroat Chris Knight.
Yeah, he looks energetic. He looks happy to be here, back at the pavilion with Dungeon Wrestling. And let's call it is. He's got his work cut out for him with Chris Knight.
Gentlemen, I have to tell you, forget about the wrestling. The real work is standing in the same airspace as Chris Knight. That is an experience I would wish upon not even my worst enemy.
Dimitri and I did see him in the back sleeping before the match.
Yeah, and we're at the Calgary Pavilion. There's stables back there.
Well, that's what I said. I don't think I've ever seen him leave. I'm convinced he stays in those stables until the next start.
Nevertheless, Cutthroat Chris Knight has proven to be a danger in the ring. But all he cares about is getting that winner's purse. So however he can do it, he's going to do it, especially perhaps by taking advantage of a newer competitor in the mighty Lokombo, has had an amazing run beginning here in Dungeon Wrestling.
It's kind of like how I feel about Mitch. It sickens me, but you kind of have to respect him.
And after a while, you get used to me too.
Let me know when that starts. All right,
look at
Knight
him,
now.
he's just going to blow his nose right before he starts.
No, he's not blowing his nose. Yeah, that's what it is right there. Oh,
Okay.
that's revolting. That is disgusting. Some fan maybe get a lucky suit. No, okay, he's putting it back in his pants pocket. That's probably worse. The bell rings and we are underway here at the Victoria Pavilion. And Lokombo looking to get the support from these fans. I think he's got it already, but here we go. Like I said in the ring, gentlemen, this is a heavyweight contest here. Both these men.
That's good. Get hydrated before the match. That's smart, actually, guys. Before you get into a good workout,
Just
hydration.
making sure he has fresh breath, apparently. Well, Lokombo, 240 pounds. Chris Knight, 255. These gentlemen obviously still in contention for the Stu Hart Heritage Heavyweight Championship.
Can we just talk about the real competitor in the ring and the fact that Michael, the Fitzpatrick, has to be here as well?
Well, nevertheless, those distractions in these games by Chris Knight, the Lokombo has to be careful not to fall for either, because this is where a newer wrestler can get distracted by this. I don't want to call it, I don't know what you call it, showmanship, distractiveness.
Hijinks.
I think it's mind games.
God.
Okay.
Why?
It's called mind games, you guys. Mind games.
Hawking the loogie onto the side of the ring apron is mind games.
Can we call it rubbing alcohol, please, somebody?
That's not what he was spitting out.
No, that's what I'm hoping they wipe the ring with.
I'm going to take a bath in it myself after this one.
Come on, let's get it started here already.
See, this is where Lokombo's got to just take advantage. Attack him. Go. Get him.
Lokombo now maybe wanting a drink for himself. No. Irish whip. Still holding the flask of Chris Knight. 3 Irish whips into the corner. And Lokombo with the flask. And here you go. How about
Hey, Christmas indeed.
You know how expensive that is?
That's the closest thing to a shower Chris Knight has seen in 6 months. Lokombo now with a series of right hands. Irish whip on Knight. Beautiful drop kick. A little low right to the midsection. Hooks the leg for one. And Lokombo not giving up. This is great showmanship. This is a great strategy by the newcomer.
And he has got that headlock just cinched right around the chin of Cutthroat Chris Knight.
The I had the chance to talk to Lokombo before the match here tonight, and he says, considering the experiences he's had in Dungeon Wrestling, from winning the Romero Rumble this past summer, to being considered one of the top contenders for the Stu Hart Heritage Championship, to being this close to actually winning that title at just his second match in Dungeon Wrestling, he says to even find himself in this building on his third match against an opponent like Chris Knight, he's absolutely awestruck by it.
Well, we were saying it before. I mean, you want to get proverbially back on track, but Cutthroat Chris Knight is someone that is a necessary stepping stone to get to where you want to be in Dungeon Wrestling.
Chris Knight is making a name for himself sometimes just for what he does outside of the ring, but inside the ring, given the opportunity, he is a serious threat.
The one thing I'm liking about Lokombo right now is he is a little bit more aggressive than I've seen him in the past. This is how you become champion. I like this.
Well, you have to think that match against Masterpiece, Chris Adonis, actually gave him some new tools to put into his arsenal as Masters, or Adonis, I should say, actually had a few words with the challenger after the match. And Lokombo seems willing to keep his ears open, his mouth shut, and learn and listen from some of the veterans here around Dungeon Wrestling as well. And it seems to be paying off right now against Cutthroat Chris Knight.
But he's got to be careful, because I've seen this from Chris Knight, where he's playing a little possum at the beginning. He is a second half performer, no question about it.
Wait a minute now, throwing his coat. Referee, this should be a disqualification. This should be a blatant disqualification. There's no excuse for allowing this match to continue.
I don't understand. He was just showing them his coat, Mike. Like, he was just saying, hey, take a
You
look.
know exactly what he was doing. Shoulders down, but a quick kick out at one for Lokombo. And we've seen Chris Knight do this before. Pick apart a body part, and a great strategy. On a man as big as Lokombo, you need to go right for the core. You need to go for the windpipe like he's doing there, and try and do everything you can to just take out the mobility of Lokombo.
And those are targeted attacks.
Fist to the face now of Lokombo does Knight. Now wrenching the neck with another closed fist. And these referees got to keep an eye on these closed fists. Man, Michael Fitzpatrick, I get it. You want to give the fans a great contest and maybe relax the rules a little bit, but enough is enough.
This is what the fans want, Mike. They want to see this just as much as they think they don't. They need this.
Chris Knight needing to keep this advantage up over Lokombo if he wants to have a chance against the newcomer. Lokombo needing to find his space and find out where he is again.
This is how he's going to learn. Get into the trenches.
Well, right now he's in the corner and getting a series of shoulders and chops from Knight. Knight again winding up with another chop. Fierce in the corner. This time, Lokombo ducks it, returns with a chop of his own. Winds up and goes for another. Why not? Make it three, kid. Make it three. Lining him up. Beautiful smack to the chest.
And you can see him shaking his hand. Those took a little bit out of him as well.
Not a lot of style or finesse, but again, taking a momentary distraction, a momentary pause against someone like Chris Knight. It's going to cost you just like it is now. Knight off the rope, driving a fist right into the sternum area of Lokombo.
Well done.
Well, it makes you wonder how a guy like Chris Knight even convinces Dungeon Wrestling to allow him to be on the card, or how underhanded he is, how dirty tricked he is. But at the same time, the Hart family, they've had a history of dealing with guys like Chris Knight in the past, and sometimes you get one up on them. Sometimes they get one up on you. But this is something that generation of wrestlers had to learn from, and now the mighty Lokombo learning the same thing from Chris Knight today.
He's a necessary evil, unfortunately.
I hate to agree with my partner, but this is it. The world's a tough place. This guy shows you, hey, it's not all roses and rainbows.
Stomp to the midsection of Lokombo, followed by another, and Chris Knight staying on the big man. Lokombo using that leg strength to get himself a breather. Neither man quick to their feet in this situation. As again, these two heavyweights doing everything they can to get one up on each other. Closed fist and return by Lokombo. Lokombo fighting back.
It looks like he's getting stronger each time he's getting hit.
Well, at some point, perhaps the youth and the adrenaline are taking over for Lokombo because I don't know what else he's got left.
You know, I will say this, Chris Knight, the experience, he's always taking him back to the center of the ring. Always.
Backbreaker onto Lokombo, shoulders down. Knight fails to hook the leg and only gets 2 on Lokombo. Handful of hair. He drives the elbow once again to the neck and the shoulder of Lokombo.
They both catch their cardio here. Their cardio is not their biggest thing. These guys do.
I don't know about that much. I mean, I can argue that for Lokombo, but you can't honestly be telling me that Chris Knight is a cardio specimen.
Hey, listen, the guy got us. I told you, I saw him sleeping in the back. He was fine. He looked good to me.
Now we know what happens at parties at Mitch's house.
It's true. It's quite fun, actually.
Lokombo to his feet, driving an elbow to the midsection. Another, this time gets to break the hold, off the ropes. Sunset flip over. Can he get him over? Can he get him over? No! Look at this aggression from Chris Knight. A series of closed fists once again onto the newcomer. Guys,
He brings a new meaning to the dirtiest player in the game.
well, if you're going by a literal description, yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
Knight dropping Lokombo. Face first onto the mat. Hooks leg this time. Shoulders down. And still manages to kick out at 2, does Lokombo.
But it's getting harder and harder to get out of those. And you know, those elbow strikes that he's doing, and we're going to probably see one coming up right now.
We're going to see a closed fist instead to the side of the face and the neck of Lokombo. Bring that pressure.
Look, Lokombo was like this in the last match, in the championship match. He was getting, you know, he was up against a veteran guy. He's learning, and you know what? This is how he's going to learn. This is how he's going to be the best.
Well, you know, you have to wonder, too, how much is Lokombo still feeling the effects of that match against Chris Adonis, who is known for his master lock, who's known for that full Nelson, which does weaken the neck. I mean, there's been a few weeks between those matches, but nevertheless, Lokombo may still be recovering from that. Well, manages to rappel off the ropes. Hit a shoulder tackle once again on Knight. Does Lokombo. Clothesline. Lokombo's fired up. Off the ropes goes Knight. Flying clothesline.
Just gets up in Chris Knight.
Almost 3 in that moment there, and Lokombo trying to figure out what he has to do to solve the puzzle of Chris Knight.
But right now, he's just got to stay on top of him. He has to have a consistent attack. Just
Look at this! Look at the power of Lokombo catching the punch of Chris Knight, hitting with one of his own, and big basic body slam, standing moonsault. Didn't get all of it, but still got enough. And you have to wonder if he had got all of that moonsault, if that would have been 3.
Hey, look, Lokombo's got all the athleticism and more. I love the fact that he's not winning the way he thinks he is. He's going to have to dig deeper.
I agree with you, Mike. If he got all of it on that, and I think he was feeling it. He was a little surprised himself.
I think he caught himself off guard just by how much energy he had going for that standing moonsault, but better to have too much than not enough. Irish whip from Lokombo, winds up, ducks a little too soon. Knight able to telegraph, but Lokombo blocks the clothesline, backbreak. Wait a minute now, what's this? Bird side suplex, makes the cover, hooks the leg, 1, 2, and still just 2.
I thought the ring was going to fall apart.
I feel Lokombo's getting ahead of himself. He's a little overzealous when he's making those pins. He can't get discouraged now.
Behind the mighty Lokombo here in the Calgary Victoria Pavilion. And Chris Knight trying to find his way out of this match now, it seems. I think Chris Knight has had just about enough, pulling onto the rope for dear life. Now, technically, Lokombo has to let him go, but referee Michael Fitzpatrick letting him know if he doesn't let go, it's going to be a disqualification.
Oh, no, he's reaching in his pocket. Oh, no.
Oh, it's that spit rag again. It's that, oh, my God! Oh, my God!
I don't understand what happened. He's wiping his nose.
Oh my goodness. That is absolutely disgusting. And there it is, just sitting at ringside.
I thought he was just helping him wipe something. I think he's awesome.
Closed fish right to the face. Lokombo does Knight. And still, Lokombo kicks out at 2.
Big forearm shot by Chris Knight. Back again.
Chris Knight trying to deflect the offense and come back with some of his own now against Lokombo. Shot to the chest. And this time, Knight goes for an Irish whip on Lokombo. Reverses by kneeling down, gets the extra momentum. Up and down, standing press. 1, 2, and 3. Got him!
I don't believe it. Early Christmas present for Mighty Lokombo.
Such power and such authority. He drove Chris Knight right into the canvas, and justifiably so.
Almost the power of a choke slam with the momentum of coming off the ropes. I'll tell you right now, gentlemen, that was something special to see.
You know what was special to see is that growth that we talked about in perseverance and coming back after a near loss to Chris Adonis, the Stu Hart Heavyweight Championship. And here he is just bouncing right back. Great trajectory for the Lokombo.
I can call a spade when I see it. This kid's on his way.